YouTube right there. Again, we're looking better for the downside right now, so we're just staying patient at the moment. Look at all the selling. We could tell we're going better the downside because of the strong sell-off, and heat map helps us see the strong selling pressure. So again, if we're looking to take a quick scalp, would probably look to the downside. However, we want to be patient because of how strong the pre-market has been. So we're going to wait. Nice little drop right there. Beautiful. Give me a half a second, guys. There's that. So we're pulling back. We have this 1 minute fair value gap here. We don't really have much going on. So guys, what we do right now is we're going to stay patient. We're going to see if we want to get some type of move, and we're going to see how we could trade off that move. So ideally, I look for these optimal trade entries, right? So it probably looks something like this. We have our down move. I'd expect us to pull back somewhere around this 868 level, or even over here. Because what that's going to do is that's going to line up our 61 and our 78% within that fair value gap. Now, we could make a 5 minute fair value gap as well. And again, that's going to depend on where we pull back. So again, we have some absorption. We have some sweeps. This is the sweep indicator right here. The sweep indicator went off. A lot of people stopped out of long positions. We could see that on our chart if we just marked out this recent low right here.
You better make a lot of money today there, because that cat is hungry.
Yo, you hear him? You hear him?
Yeah, the cat's like, I'm hungry, I want tuna.
Yeah, no, he wants to play. This cat, he's like 3 months or something, and he's just super playful. We were in the middle of playing. He's like, get off that computer and let's go play something. Alright guys, so see how the market's moving, and I'm not freaking out. I'm not like, oh man, I missed my short entry. I said we should go short up here. I should have scalped it. The problem with that is when you're scalping, you really don't know when the pullbacks are. You don't know where the pullbacks are. You don't really ideally know where to enter or exit. Now, of course, we're scalping, so we'd look for a quick move to the downside. But again, it doesn't really give us the ability to have a good risk to reward, which, as you guys know, I'm always shooting for those 5 to 1, 6 to 1, and higher. So we're just going to stay patient here. Maybe we even get a little divergence, right? So let's see where we pull back. Let's see where our optimal trade entry is. Let's change the settings on our fib so we can see it a bit better. And again, it looks like we have our optimal. So this blue level was a fair value gap that we used a few times over, when was it? Friday and I think that was Friday and Thursday. So it's sort of lining up with it. I'm gonna look for a potential short trade right there. And we'll just see how that plays. So let's see, create limit order. So we're going to see if we could pull back into this fair value gap. I want to see ES take out the highs so we could create some divergence, some bearish divergence on ES and Q. I want to take a look at the 5 minute. Okay, that was a big jump. I really don't want him jumping on my computers and stuff, which would be great. But he's just going to keep meowing and meowing. So I like that 5 minutes nice and bearish. I'm probably going to look to take these shorts right here on NQ in this 1 minute fair value gap. I'm going to look to enter, but I'm not just going to enter as soon as we hit the fair value gap. I'm going to look to enter at that 61% if we want to go hit it. Nah, this is a curious cat. He's on my keyboard now. He's going to trade for me today, guys. Alright, so there's the divergence I was looking for. ES just made a new high, and Q has not. So that's bearish divergence on the NASDAQ. So we're going to look to take a short on the NASDAQ. Again, if we get into that 61% OTE entry, I do apologize. I'm clearly not going at you guys. Again, let's take a quick look at the 5-minute. 5-minute still very bearish 5-minute candle right there. Nope, not going on the computer. I'm going to place a limit order. Let's just wait. Let's see. Alright, yeah, I'm going to place a limit order there to go short NQ. We're just going to be a little patient because this thing could still pop. Stop loss is going to be at the top of the fair value gap, sort of like right over here. If we do just pop strong and continue, obviously we're just going to stop out of this. But it does look like buyers want this, so we're going to be patient. Again, we have that divergence. Hey now. Buyers are again stepping in here. I'm going to stay patient, not stopped out of this yet. Hear those buyers in there. Alright, I'm stopped out of the shorts. Pretty quick stop out right there. Really going to just stay a little patient and again see how we play out because we still do have that divergence. But now at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to be crazy patient because we're tapping this OTE. We tap the top of the fair value gap. We'll see how this 1 minute wants to close along with the 5-minute as well because also ES is at the top of a supply zone. So I'm going to wait right now and just sort of see because again, I don't want to be chasing anything. I don't want to get back in it right away, right? Because we could breach this high right here. Ready, this high right there. Just like that, we breached that. So that's why we respect our stop loss, right? We had a quick little trade plan. Did not work out. That's okay. We respected our stop. So now we do have a 30-minute supply zone within that right there on the NASDAQ. We're going to delete that. We're going to stay a little patient. I suppose that probably was, we got to remember this trend right here has been bullish, so let's not jump into any more shorts at the moment, even though we've been very bearish the past week. So let's see, that would have probably been an OTE to the upside. I'm just taking a look. Yeah, so again, that's alright. It's Monday. We're just getting started. Friday was a killer day. Every day can't be 100%. We're going to stay patient. No ironclad. No accounts blown today. Look how strong the buyers have been. So again, I'm going to be staying patient. I'm going to be looking. We took that liquidity. We reversed. I want to see where else we might find some type of support or resistance. Finding the fair value gaps. I'm going to delete this one right here. Now again, we have a few fair value gaps lining up, but we don't just jump into every single one. So now that we have another area, another move, that we took out some highs, we took out some lows, we can now place our fib again. Give that OTE another shot. I'm not really seeing much optimal trade entry-wise in that 61 to 78%, so I'm going to be patient. Oh, the cat's looking at the screen. He wants to get the mouse. Oh, boy. Got some sweeps coming in right here on the heat map, so we're going to stay patient on that, see if we do want to push lower. Again, don't forget, it is Monday. Market has been pulling back. Look at all of this. Oh, nope. Cat wants to look at the cues. So we're already above yesterday's open. The question is, can we get to yesterday's high, previous day high, 19,979. Now, I would love to see 19,979. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. This cat's playing with every wire he could find. I'd like to see the 20,000 mark, really, on the NASDAQ. So I'm going to be a little patient here and probably look for, again, like I said, a long position at some point. I'll probably be a bit more patient on the entry now. We'll look to take out new highs. We'll look to see how we react in this fair value gap down here. 15 minute, 15 minute looks real good for the bulls. So I'm probably going to be grabbing some longs if we could dip into there. So we got 10 seconds left on this 1 minute. Nice reaction. I'd like to see if we could hold 19.29. 19.29 right there. Now we might reverse at this point, so I'm going to stay a little patient on that. I'm not going to chase. Remember, guys, we can't be chasing in the market. However, I do see the buying building back up on the heat map. That. My hands weren't full enough before, guys. I had to had to throw a kitten in the mix. Got EF sort of running into some resistance up here. NQ still pretty strong. I'm going to stay patient on that. Because now look how weak the ES is compared to the NQ. Let's take a look at our crude oil. See if crude oil's got any setups for us. Oh no. This cat's gonna like unplug my whole computer. And if that happens, I apologize. Alright, so here's for crude oil. I'm probably looking for us to come back to this 78.17 area. There's an order block right there on the 5 minute. We're gonna make that red. Keep an eye on that. On the 5 minute, we'll even add some alerts. Add alert. That way we don't really have to be watching it. Oh, see, because we almost missed the NASDAQ. Now, if we could get a quick tap into that fair value gap and reverse, I will get in some NASDAQ longs. However, we're already trying to reverse before even tapping into it. And we still have... Oh my goodness. We still have... oh, we only got a minute left for this 15 minute to close. And the 15 looks really good for the bulls if we want to close somewhere in this top fair value gap, because this could be a basing candle before we plow through and try to push higher. So we got about 40 seconds left on that. We'll keep an eye on the 15 minute time frame for now. Take a look at our crude oil, also still trying to push lower. And that's sort of where we're at right now. So let's see if Bears want to step in one more time. Not looking like it. 20 seconds left. Sort of making a 5 minute fair value gap on the ES right there within a broken supply zone now, so that might be a solid setup to keep an eye on. Yeah, I'll probably look for this right there. The question is, where are we going from that point? Probably go to the next supply zone. So 4-1 on that. How did NASDAQ close? I'm not a fan of that close on the 15 minute. Definitely not as big of a fan as I was if it closed red. So we're gonna see. While my cat tears apart my chair. Alright, looks like we're getting some good buying pressure. Again, we sort of held up at this area right here on the NASDAQ. Yes, trying to push higher as well. 10 o'clock comes out, so oh no, 9:45 I should say. Not even 10 yet.
All right, NASDAQ 2100 is pivot point resistance number 2. We are already above resistance number 1.
Yeah, we might make
so
our way
we've got
higher.
a very nice target there.
Yep, we're probably going to make our way higher. I do want to stay patient though, see if ES wants to pull back to this fair value gap or what.
Interesting you mentioned that, Marziti, because 2166 is the top of my 4-hour calc. So
Okay,
we can
we
get
see a
all the
little
way
confluence then.
Nice, nice.
Yep.
I got a supply zone up there too. Everything's lining up and there's a whole lot of resistance at that point. Wow, look at the bulls, guys. Look at the bulls. Right now we are 0 for 1 today. Alright, cat's touching the screen. 0 for 1 today. I'm just sort of being patient right now. See if we can find a good long setup.
I mean, but just think of the opportunity. You've got a kitten that you can teach how to trade.
Oh,
You
I
can
know.
you don't have to deal with an old stubborn cat. You've got a kitten that you can train.
Yeah, I could train to tear up my couch, tear up the chairs, eat my Apple Watch, and yell at me when I'm not playing with him at 1 in the morning. He
I
says
had
hello.
my 2-year-old paper trade the other day. Just go red go this button, green go this button.
And immediately they're doing better than 80% of other traders.
I had to leave the room.
Look at these buyers, guys. Look at those buyers. Man. Alright, so obviously, I'm always transparent. I'm always real with it. Obviously, we missed that long position on the NASDAQ, which would have been a fantastic entry down here on the NASDAQ for long positions. We missed that. We would have been coming up to our... no, that's the old fib. So we're really just staying patient. We're still staying patient. We're hitting some buy-side liquidity on the ES. Might see some pullback. Again, I'd really like to pull back on the ES to about that 55.96 area. 5-minute fair value gap. And it's in a broken supply zone. So as you guys know, whenever we break a supply zone, that day, that time we break it, I like to try to trade it as a demand zone. So supply gets broken, turns to demand. Demand gets broken, turns to supply. So right now we're looking for ES to come over here, and let's keep an eye on our crude oil as well. So crude oil is tapping the bottom of this 4-hour demand zone. A lot of times it will react to the very bottom of supply and demand, so we're sort of just keeping an eye on crude too. But essentially we're going to be looking for long positions on ES and Q. So let's take a look at ES if we want a quick dump over here. Pull us back and let's get a nice little 4 to 1 going on. Got some absorption going on right here on ES. Again, just hit that buy side liquidity. This might be a good spot to try to scalp some short positions to make our way lower. To grab these. Here, I'll show you guys. So you see these 1-minute candles left a lot of imbalance, right? So we're looking for that imbalance to be taken out. When I say imbalance, I'm talking about the fair value gaps, right? Because we created a fair value gap on this 1 minute and on this 1 minute. But what we're really looking for is this 5-minute, and there's a 1-minute fair value gap in it as well. So I'm really looking to see if we could grab the liquidity from these imbalances, push lower, grab that liquidity, and then push higher. And if by any chance we don't, we just want to keep pushing higher, then we'll find another setup. Alright, we have some bearish divergence right there on ES and the NASDAQ, but going short here would not be the best plan because of how strong we've been. Really be counter trend trading, so we're not going to do that. We're going to stay patient. I would like a short on ES with like a 2-point stop would be pretty nice. Because we just took out that buy side liquidity.
Well, I'm very ecstatic here because I had a rotten week last week and I was red for the week and I just cleared that entire book here on one trade this morning. So I'm very
nice. Happy. Good job, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Love to hear that. Alright, so let's take a look. I am willing to grab some ES shorts. Again, just really looking to take out that liquidity. 5-minute candle's just very strong, though. Very hard to short that. So probably going pretty light. So we'll go in light on some short positions on ES there. Try to go for a quick little scalp to the downside. Sweep into those fair value gaps. See if we could break them. Nice push right there. Give me one more dump. Let's break these fair value gaps. Stop hunt the heck out of them. I'm going to get out there for a quick scalp, guys. quick scalp right there, quick scalp. That's a make our money back from that first loss type of scalp. So that was pretty good. That was a good little scalp. Now we be patient. I'm still looking for us to come down to this fair value gap. I'm still looking for us to come into this broken demand zone. I still want to play long position. So let's see if we can go bearish, fake a bunch of people out, and then reverse back higher. Now let's check our optimal trade entry on the NASDAQ. Again, also has some fair value gaps in a broken demand zone. So we're going to take a look. Nice bears right there. Definitely probably could have held on to those shorts a little longer. But very nice anyways. So there's that broken demand zone, broken supply zone on ES, and it just bounced off of it. We do have the breaker block there as well. I do want to see where is our fib though. You know I like my Fibonacci. Fibby, 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 can't you see? So potential for a long entry on the NASDAQ is going to be right in that 19970 area. Target would be the supply zone. So this is sort of what we're looking for on the NASDAQ. This is what we're looking for on ES. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. I do like that rejection of ES coming off of that broken supply and that breaker block right there. But I was really looking for the fair value gap, so I'm gonna stay a little patient on that. YouTube, what's going on, guys? Drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys are trading right now. Staying patient. Again, buyers have a clear hold on today's trend so far. Let's delete that little fair value gap. Might be creating a fair value gap right here on ES to push lower real quick. Again, I really do want to look to go long inside this fair value gap. It's a 5-minute fair value gap on ES. We did just hit the 5-minute basing candle though, so we're really just super patient right here. Want a retest of those broken zones. Broken zones are the same thing as, so when we're looking for supply and demand, it's the same thing as if we're looking for order blocks, guys. The only difference is how we find them. Now, me personally, I like to look for my supply and demand zones on 15-minute time frames and higher, and I like to trade those as broken zones. Like I mentioned earlier, when supply gets broken, I like to look for it to hold as demand. That's the same thing as when somebody has an order block that breaks, they look for that order block to work as a breaker block. Now, I've noticed a lot more success using supply and demand over order blocks, and that's why I trade supply and demand as a base model to my trading system. When I have fair value gaps, optimal trade entries, things like that, that is all intraday price movement. That's intraday finding areas to enter my trades. That's all that is. And I use that to my advantage to say, okay, well, now I know which direction we're in. Now I know what to look for. Let me be patient.
Right. And hum the tune. Remember, you're a real tough cookie with a long history of breaking little zones like the one in me.
Somebody asked about Crowd. Wasn't Crowd the one that failed? That had that huge problem? Yeah, Crowd is the one. Yeah, so Roman asked about Crowd. Hopefully he's still in the voice chat. Yes, so Crowd had that big drop because they released that update and ended up crashing a whole bunch of Microsoft not accounts, but like
biggest IT disaster in IT history.
yeah, it was pretty freaking crazy. My dad works for NBC, and he was like, it was nuts. We had to reboot every single computer in the system. I was like, that's insane. But yeah,
They
8.5
came back
million
up.
computers.
We had a bunch of blue screens. We had to go in and, fortunately, most of them were virtual. We had to go in and remove the sys file from the CrowdStrike folder.
oh jeez. All right, so we do have this 1 minute fair value gap holding up on the NASDAQ here. ES has not hit that fair value gap I was looking for to enter longs yet, so I'm still sort of waiting. Neither of them gave me my entry yet. ES is definitely a bit closer.
NASDAQ is below VPOC, above VWAP. It has a fair value gap just below it down here at 19,985, down to 19,980.
I'm staying patient on ES, guys. I did not enter any long positions yet. I wanted to see the reaction. That's why we don't enter and don't chase. But now we do have NQ in that fair value gap I was looking for. There's the optimal trade entry on NQ.
NQ VWAP at 963, and we're at a prior VPOC level, so we are in a chop area right here.
But that's where we want to enter. We want to enter in those areas of consolidation. But we also want to let this 1 minute close. Look how strong it's been to the downside. Alright, I'm going to... I'm gonna wait. We're gonna wait.
NQ has 130 sell contracts up around 980, which is a very, very big number for NQ.
Yep. I like that buyers are trying to hold us here on the NASDAQ, so we're gonna stay patient. I want to see that weighted index hold up, but we'll see. Just waiting right now, guys. Waiting right now. Not jumping in anything yet. Definitely looking for long positions, though.
I'm looking for a Busby on the VWAP, but I may not get it. All right, here we go. NASDAQ is going into that heavy, heavy sell line.
All right, I put my limit order out there, guys. I do want to get filled at that 61% on the NASDAQ. I might have missed that entry, though.
Long or short?
Long. Going long. Going long off that original OTE area. Yeah, I like that long right there.
All right, we're just going into a fair value gap on the 15-second on the NASDAQ. Got one behind us now, back down at VWAP. Let's see what happens here. We're hitting a prior volume node.
Okay, give me a fill right there. I'm long NASDAQ right there, guys. Stop loss is going to be at that 78% right here. Bears really might take it, though. I'm not going to lie. It might go 0 for 2 today, and that's okay. Because as long as we have our winners, 5 to 1 risk to reward, 4 to 1, even 3 to 1, guys. You're taking over your losses. Okay, alright, I like that rejection so far. Again, this was the area of consolidation, the broken supply zone, a fair value gap, an optimal trade entry. This was sort of lining up okay for the time being. Really want to see if we could pop, but that 5 minute was pretty bearish. So we're just going to really be patient here and respect our stop loss and respect our take profit. Weighted index, trying to get some buying pressure. Like to see that. NASDAQ just pretty weak right now. Really want to see the buyers step in strong. I'm using the heat map. I'm using the book map. I want to see a strong buy bubble here. A lot of oh, nope, that's ES. Want to see buyers hold this level. They're really having a hard time at the moment. Strong selling. Yup, not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. But we're going to stay patient. Ooh. Not a fan. Let's stay patient. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna go boom. Stopped right there, guys. 0 for 2 today so far. What is up? What is up? Small. Oh well, 1 for 3. Forgot we had that ES scalp. Should have held that short. There's that original. This fair value gap ended up holding pretty well originally, but we're gonna wait and see.
All right, NASDAQ, they just pulled a big buy order at 933.
Yeah, I'm definitely considering giving longs another shot here. We'll wait for this 1 minute to close, though. We're not going to jump in without the 1 minute giving us a rejection. $10, looking good. Weighted index back to VWAP, still pretty bearish, though. Not the biggest fan of that 1 minute. It did tap the 61% on this fib right here that I have placed. But we don't really, it's not the cleanest setup. It's really not. 5 minute, 15 minute. Like, how are we looking? 15 minute looks bearish, man. 15 minute looks bearish. Weighted index is pretty weak. Apple's pretty weak. Just gonna really be patient here. Yeah, see, bearish on the 15 because we had the basing candle on the NASDAQ and we have this red candle right here. So I want to see if we can push down on this 15-minute candle to give us some type of continuation. Yep, like that 15-minute for bearish continuation. Let's take a look at crude oil. Whenever NASDAQ's not trading right for us, I like to look at crude oil. Crude. Let's see. So we'll get rid of these zones on crude. They are broken. And let's take a look. 1 minute fair value gap here that did hold up. I'll probably look to short that. There's that downside on ESNQ. Again, I said be careful. That 15-minute looks nice and bearish. Getting some sweeps coming in. I do expect to pull back now. Now we could look for a Fibonacci on the other way. Optimal trade entry. But we got to be careful because it's just been very choppy. Don't want to just jump in for the sake of jumping in. Just want to stay patient. Does look good. Does look good to the upside. Weighted index is holding VWAP and such. If we get some strong buying on the heat map right here, I'll probably take a long position. You see how sellers keep stepping in. Oh. That was a pretty heavy buy wall under us. 20 seconds. But the sellers are not giving up without a fight. How's the 5-minute look? Always good to keep an eye on the 5-minute. 5-minute closes soon. So what do we have so far today, guys? We have some chop. We have up. We have down. All around. We have some divergence right now, but nothing too ideal that I would really be jumping in for. So the divergence I'm looking at is ES made this low right here. The NASDAQ made a bit of a higher low right there. So that would be the divergence I'm sort of looking out for. We do have, you know what? We have a 1 minute fair value gap right there. Because of how tight that is, we are able to go long with a super tight stop loss. About a 7-to-1 on that if it plays out, but we got to be crazy patient on that because it could just dump. It could just dump.
I think it's going south down to that demand area at 910.
I don't know. I like that divergence a little bit. I like that we're holding that fair value gap a little bit. Nope, we're dumping. I know, I was thinking the same thing. The 15-minute time frame is just too bearish right now. But now we have some sweeps coming in. We're going to have to see. Strong selling, strong selling. Can't fight that. More divergence.
902 is a pivot point.
Glad we didn't chase those longs right there. Staying patient, understand the trend. Gotta look for a 5-minute fair value gap potentially right over here. Right there. So we'll get rid of this. It's no good. This is garbage to us. That OTE was trash. Gonna stay patient. See if we can come back into here. We do have a breaker block right here as well.
All right, dipped a toe into that demand area. Came out, going back in maybe. Like I say, pivot point down at 902.
All right, ladies and gents, we are staying patient here. Just sort of waiting. Gotta see. Let's take a look at our stocks, right? We want to know what are our equities doing. How are they moving? I want to see how this 5-minute forms. Look how strong Microsoft has been today. Tesla, Meta's been pretty weak. Tesla rejecting a supply zone. And Nvidia also breaking below its VWAP. Very bearish, guys. Very bearish on a lot of them. Weighted index, however, is looking like it's trying to hold VWAP. So we're really staying patient at the moment. We're going to let this 5-minute close and see what we get. Time is 10:08. 10:08. Again, we have a bit of divergence, nothing too crazy though, because we aren't really in any zones to enter. Could maybe look for this right here, this red candle as a basing candle, but I'm not taking any positions right now until I see a better setup. That looks good right there to go short, but we're not jumping in because it looks good. That's silly. We don't do that. We jump in when we have our areas of interest and it looks good in those areas. We have to trust our process and respect our system. Alright, maybe it's okay to jump in when it looks good sometimes. Nah, I'm gonna stay patient though. I'm gonna stay patient. There's that equal low. Clearly divergent. 15 seconds left. Apple with a bit of a pop. Weighted index is sort of weak right here. Yeah, not really looking for long positions. Crude oil is sort of pumping at the moment. Crude oil came up to that that fair value gap that we were in before. Oh, was that a 5-minute fair value gap? That was a 5-minute fair value gap. We'll see. We'll see how crude oil reacts in here for potential short on crude.
NQ dancing on the pivot point at 902. May go back north a bit, but I think we're still going down.
Well, crude oil, pretty big pop right there. One-minute fair value gap right there on crude. We're gonna let crude close. We're gonna be patient on our next entries, guys. Every day cannot be a winner. Just gotta be patient on it. What is that? What is this zone right here? 5-minute? Something? Oh, that's that basing one I was looking at. Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see. So right now we're keeping an eye on crude. See if it wants to reject this basing candle right here around 78.17 to 78.26. The Nasdaq still looks nice and bearish to the downside. Again, we were looking at the 15-minute time frame to give us that confirmation that we are in fact bearish.
Nasdaq new sell buy wall coming in at 990, 900 rather, 19,900.
Yep, still pretty bearish. We do have that 5-minute on NASDAQ. 5-minute fair value gap did finally form on there. Crude oil doing its best to push higher right now. Starting to fail. That's nice. The cat's hanging out with me now and it's calmed down. Thought he was gonna yell at me the whole thing. Took CL from the bottom on that. Yo, Kevin, good job, man. Good job. I know it taps into that demand zone. I wasn't watching it at that point, but that's nice, dude. Great job. Congrats. Congrats. Keeping an eye on the 5. Keeping an eye on the 1. Keeping an eye on the 15. I'd like us to hit that 5-minute fair value gap, probably on the next 5-minute candle, not this one. Crude oil looks okay for a short. Might take crude short. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how crude reacts here. I might take crude short, guys. 2 minutes on the 5-minute on crude. You know what? I don't want to jump. You see, the problem is the 5-minute looks really strong on crude, so I don't want to be going short into this strong move right there. So I'm going to let the 5-minute sort of play out. No, I do like that rejection. We'll take a stab at shorts on crude. Okay, so we're in some crude shorts. Stop loss is going to be sort of near the high of that of this current 5-minute candle, because I want this 5-minute candle to reject and push lower, and if we don't, I'm just going to stop out. So we're in crude oil shorts right now. I'm looking for NASDAQ's making its way into that 5-minute fair value gap. I'm not looking to take 2 L's on this, so we're going to be patient and see. Yeah, crude oil's still pretty strong right there. 1 minute left in the 5-minute on crude, and it is back to the strength. Okay, NASDAQ. Trying its best on NASDAQ. Crude oil with a nice rejection. Okay, crude. That's good. That's good. Something that made me bearish on crude. Again, we look at the daily time frame, was very bearish on crude oil. Waiting on the 1 minute to close. I'm looking at the 15-minute, guys. Look at that big 15-minute basing candle on the NASDAQ. That's why I wanted us to close down there and then tap the 5-minute. Crude oil, if we could get a dump, that would be great. Nice, crude, nice. Give us a little move right there. Nice, nice. I'll take it, I'll take it. There we go, crude. There we go, crude. He's right here. The cat's helping me trade today. Yep, see, we didn't jump into NASDAQ. That was great discipline. Crude oil, we're still holding those shorts. Gave us a quick little move off of our entry, so we're going to stay patient on crude. How's the 15-minute look? 15-minute looks pretty bullish on crude oil, though, so I do want to be careful on that. Same with the 30-minute. They both look like they're setting up to push higher, but the daily time frame is still very bearish on crude. Listen to all that buying pressure. Nice, good selling on crude again. Gonna be patient on that. Really want to see a good dump right there. Look at all these buyers trying to hold us here, though. This is a lot of buying pressure on crude oil. If we could sweep this, that would be phenomenal. Could probably make our way down to the 77.49, which is a new low of day. Oh, unless this isn't the same contract as this one. Oh, nope, it is. It is. Okay, good. So we're in an 8-to-1 risk to reward on crude oil right now. I might take profit early just to lock in some gains and take over from those losses from earlier. So we're going to be patient. We're going to see how it plays out. ES coming into a 5-minute fair value gap again as well. Crude oil still trying to reject, still failing to push lower. Really like to see strong selling. They're starting to pull this wall. That's beautiful. Exactly what I want to see. We are in some crude oil shorts at the moment. But these buyers, is a strong buy wall right there. I really want to see us destroy this buy wall. There we go. Just like that. We're trying to push into it. Very good. Good selling pressure there on crude. Nice. Nice crude. Alright, crude. Crude oil. See that? We were getting chopped up on NASDAQ, so what do? We go to another one of our, what Forex would say, one of our pairs. Crude oil is not a pair, though. It's just crude oil. Same with NASDAQ is not a pair. It's just NASDAQ. So we're staying a bit patient on this right now. Good selling pressure stepping in again on NASDAQ and crude. And ES, I should say. I'm probably going to look to take... I'm in 4 crude oil long shorts right now. Probably look to get out of 2. I'm thinking of getting out of 2. But look at this. This big buyers. All these buyers are now gone from the market. We got rid of them. They're pulling their orders. I might stay patient on this crude oil short, guys. This might be a nice move to the downside. Really have to be patient though, because again that 15-minute looked very bullish. Same with the 30. I don't want to be caught up in the wrong trend. I want a strong dump on crude oil. 50 seconds left in the 5-minute. Let me ask my cat if I should take 2 contracts off of crude oil. His name is Diego. And he's gone. Where did he go? I didn't even feel him move. He was sitting on the chair with me. Alright. If he left, I would assume that means he doesn't want me to hold these short positions. 5-minute closes in 15 seconds. I'm going to stay patient on it. I really do want us to close below that previous 5-minute candle, which we might not. Buyers are again trying to step in. I'm going to get out of 2 contracts of crude. You guys will hear it fill when I get it out. It's like the 5-minute still looks okay to the downside. I just really don't want to be bag holding if it does want to reverse from that demand zone. See, that buyers came in pretty strong. They took that level out, then came in pretty strong. Damn. Should have trimmed earlier. Coulda, woulda, shoulda on that. That's okay. Yeah, boom, crude. Just gonna go hit that stop real quick. Alright. Let's go short NASDAQ off that fair value gap. It's not looking good for shorts though either at this point. Everything's just chopping around right now. Really need to see some type of momentum, some type of move. Five minute looks good, but again, it's just chop right here. So we're going to stay patient on these NASDAQ shorts. We're in some NASDAQ shorts. Apple week, Meta week, Tesla week. Nvidia is back above VWAP. Strong pump there on crude oil. I want to see that momentum step in on the NASDAQ, but it's keep failing. Probably get out of NASDAQ for a scalp if it gives us one more drop here. Because again, that 15 minute is what was keeping me bearish on the NASDAQ. But it's just chopping right here. Really hard to play chop like that. I'm in some shorts from this point right here, this 937 on the NASDAQ. I want us to go take out a new low a day. Nvidia with a little bit of strength, but nothing crazy. Weighted index is trying to push below VWAP again. There we go, little move right there. Good stuff, good stuff. There we go. There we go, NASDAQ. Give me something. Minute 28 left on this 5 minute. There we go. Want to see these sellers continue here, but again, it could just pop right back up. Nvidia weak, Apple weak. Okay, I like that. I like that. We're going to stay patient on these shorts. Failing, failing, failing. Still going to stay a little patient, though. Nvidia's trying to hold. Weighted index still looks weak. We still feel weak. I'm not jumping out of these shorts just yet.
NASDAQ VPOC is jumping all over the place here,
Oh,
so we're
shit.
stuck in a zone.
Yeah, that was a strong buy wall just came up on NASDAQ. We see this liquidity marker right here just popped up. So I want to see if we could take that out, but if not, we might reverse or at least chop up. ES is a bit stronger right now. 20 seconds, not liking it. 5 minute closes in 15 seconds.
They pulled the buy wall.
Good. Weighted index, everything seems weak right now. I don't know why we would be pumping at this point. Nope, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. Let's see. Give me some strong selling. Let's just go down. Go down. But the market ain't gonna go down because you're telling it to go down. Gotta remember that.
So we've got a sloped line on the top side of NASDAQ, and we've got a double bottom on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, normally we would call that a bull flag. But I don't know.
I know, right? It's tough to say right here. I still like the 15 minute for bears. I like that quick turnaround we just had there. This 5 minute should go very bearish if the 15 minute wants to hold bearish. But it's keep failing. So we're going to stay patient. Some absorption coming in. This is the absorption indicator on heat map, on the book map. So all the selling that's coming in is getting absorbed. Got absorbed right there. Want to see strong selling take this level out. This 918 level needs to be taken out. The equities are trying to hold right now. I feel like we might pop, guys. ES is stronger. Not a fan, not a fan, not a fan. Just gonna stay patient. Let's see if these buyers could get stuck here. Let's see if we could trap those buyers. That would be great. Okay. Just still sort of staying patient because it's just very choppy right now, guys. It's very choppy. It's consolidating. It's chopping. Sellers are failing to bring it lower every time they try, but buyers are failing to bring it higher as well. So based off my 15-minute time frame analysis is still bearish. I'm still looking for us to continue lower, but the 5-minute is struggling. So I really want, we have 2 minutes left in this 5-minute, really want to see us take out these lows over here. Nope. Nope, weighted index is strong now. So let's, if we get one more dip, I'll get out. Nope, that's gonna flip on us. We'll switch that for a long, because I do think buyers might want to flip in here. And we'll see if we get a strong move higher, but it's tough right here, guys. It's real tough.
NASDAQ sell wall just came in at 950.
Yep. Let's see. Okay, there we go. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, alright. I'd like to target 7-2. Like right up here, 7-1, 7-2. See if we could grab that liquidity up there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. See that? We just flipped our bias. We saw we were wrong. We saw the buyers printing up. And then they failed. I don't know. I sort of like those buyers to continue. 44 seconds left on the 15-minute. Look how quick the 15-minute flipped bullish. If this 15-minute could close above that previous 15-minute open, I'm going to hold these longs. We're going to look for a nice move on this. If not, then we're going to have to find another setup. But let's see. 20 seconds left. I want that buying pressure. NVIDIA with a nice spike. NVIDIA with a real nice spike higher.
Liquidity at 971.
10 seconds. We're not going to get that close I was looking for. 5 seconds. It was still more bullish than bearish, but it's hard to trust it. It's hard to trust it. I'm going to look to take profit. Let's see. This thing could just reject right here and push back lower. Seeing all the chop we've been having, it wouldn't surprise me if we finally wanted to reverse and push lower at this point. A lot of sweeps, a lot of absorption, just hit the market right there. Apple just sold off like crazy right there. Let's see, NVIDIA was strong though. NVIDIA was pretty strong. That's sort of what's got me holding this right now. I just hate the resting liquidity down here on the 1 minute. There's liquidity sitting here, liquidity sitting here. Just feel like we gotta go sweep that at some point. I just got an alert from something. Trading view alert. Yep, look at those bears came right back in. That's crazy, man. That's some humbug right there. Good. Now I have my stop loss. It's going to stop out right near the bottom of this 1 minute candle we just made. Apple's trying to pull back up. Want to see those buyers step in with strength on the NASDAQ. We just hit that area of consolidation and reversed. Really want to see it's a strong buy bubble right there on NASDAQ. I like to see that. And sellers are again trying to step back in. Apple's selling off. Nvidia's weak. Probably going to get out of these longs. Let's see. I want to let the 1 minute close, but it looks like it's going to dump. It's near my stop loss. I'll let you guys know if I stop out. Nvidia weak, Apple weak. Weighted index sitting at VWAP. I like that 1 minute candle formation. Looks like a hanging man candle, which usually calls for a reversal after. So I'm going to be a little patient on that. Move my stop loss up a little bit. But again, that resting liquidity to the downside makes me think bearish. But we still have some liquidity to take out to the upside, so we'll see. Five-minute looked more bullish than anything. 15, 30. 30 looks bullish. Just sort of waiting right now, guys. I like that buying volume coming in on the NASDAQ. 30 seconds on this 5 minute. ES pushed green on the 5 minute. NASDAQ also looks like it's trying to push higher and failing. Weighted index looks bullish though. There we go. Nice little push right there. Good stuff, good stuff. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's what's up. 2 seconds. I like that strength. Give me one more pop and I'm gonna get all out. Nice, 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 nice. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna get out all out right there, guys. Nice quick scalp on the NASDAQ. Just made back everything but $100. So we just went like 1 and 4 for the day, 1 and 3 or whatever. Just hit one more win, and that brings all of those losses right back. And that's exactly how we should be trading and managing our losses. Our losses have to be so minuscule that all it takes is one win to make up 2 or 3 losses. And once you're able to find that foundation, it's going to be a lot less stressful to trade. You're not going to be second guessing yourself. You're going to find your set of rules and you're going to stick to them. And that's just all it's about. So let's see if we got any setups, anything coming up over here. So we have our optimal trade entry, like I mentioned earlier. What time is it? 10:36. I'll wrap this up soon. We have this 1 minute fair value gap right there, OTE, and all that fun stuff. So we'll keep an eye. That was a solid exit, guys. I got right out of that. It was a great exit. You know why? Because that 5 minute looks like that hanging man candle I just mentioned on the other way. Look, we saw, where was it? This one right here. I knew we would get. Now, a hanging man candle will usually give us, so this red candle right here, small body, long upper wick. We'll look for some type of move below it to grab liquidity. And then what happens is it will usually give us some type of reversal. And if close is strong, we could look to go long off of that. Now, same with the 5 minute, right? So the 5 minute gave us that on a higher time frame. So I might look for potential short position on the NASDAQ, seeing that I have been pretty bearish overall. So let's see. And remember too, we're looking at all of this liquidity sitting here. Liquidity here, here, here. All of that needs to be taken out. So I am most definitely looking for a short position on the NASDAQ. Especially with all of our equities looking pretty weak right now. 8 seconds left. See if we get one more touch into there. Would probably even look for divergence if we want to make divergence. So let's see if ES could go make a new high and NASDAQ fails that high right there. I will definitely be taking some short positions on the NASDAQ. So I want ES, go break this fair value gap, go make some type of high or something. So there's that little bit of high I was looking for. Now I need the NASDAQ. So there's the divergence. And divergence broken. We did not get in this trade. We're going to wait a sec. Did not get in this trade. And I'm glad we didn't, because it would not have played out. And that's why we're patient. Super patient. Super duper patient. That was pretty clean to not take a trade. We do have what looks like a tiny fair value gap there. Look at that, was perfect. That was perfect not executing our trade because it did not give us what we were looking for. A lot of strength right there. Equities are looking good to the upside right now. Definitely considering scalping some longs, but some absorption coming in. I definitely don't want to be jumping in at the highs. Look at this, guys. If we got in long over here, that's jumping in at the highs, right? Now, there's, of course, potential that we continue, but there's also a lot of potential that we pull back. So chasing the highs is never ideal. We always look for, see how we broke this area right here? We broke it, we came back, retested it, and then pushed higher. We look for something like that. That does look pretty good for buyers. Now that we had our little bit of a pullback on that 1 minute, we're going to wait. I see NVIDIA is trying to push above that 123 area. All right, NVIDIA above 123. I do think we might want to climb here. Some good buying pressure coming into the market too. There we go. Sort of waiting right now. Not going to jump into anything just yet. Ooh, ES had, ooh, damn, ES. Man, that's a tough one. We definitely missed that on ES too. This broken supply zone right there. I was looking for us to hit this demand zone down here. Instead, we took out these lows right there and reversed at that that broken supply zone. Just something to keep note of, right? What was that?
NASDAQ hit a sell wall and rolled down. Buy wall on NASDAQ at 20,000.
So we got a new high day coming up on ES pretty shortly, about 2 points away. NASDAQ is about 20 points away. Do have some supplies above those. So we did just sweep this high right here on the NASDAQ. Let's see. We have this fair value gap. This can now be an inverse fair value gap. How's our crude oil looking? Still chopping away on crude. You guys see how this broken supply zone right here? It worked as an area where price rejected, price held, price rejected, rejected, and now it's holding again. So that's sort of something to keep an eye on. Whenever we have supply and demand, these are zones that work as areas of interest during that day. Once the zones are broken and the day passes, we like to delete them. Sort of being patient here right now. Oh. Man, oh man. I think NASDAQ's going to continue. I'm not taking any longs here, though. Would maybe look for us to tap right here and go long.
Well, I've made back all of last week's losses plus my daily goal here, so I'm done.
Good job, Marziti. Good job, bro. Definitely considering ES, scalp ES long right here. ES has been a bit stronger. But look how heavy the sell wall is right here. 5609, 5610. And that's right in that supply zone. Video with a bit of a pullback. If you guys want to look at anything, please let me know. Bring up whatever chart you guys want to look at. Do some TA on it, whatever you guys want. Want to see how this in the video closes? Let's check out the 15-minute time frame on our equities, right? Okay. 30-minute. Okay. Alright. We're just gonna wait. See if we get any setups, guys. Gotta let the market come to us. There goes ES. I was saying how I'd like ES longs instead of NQ, but there's that rejection right there. That buy side liquidity worked as a sell wall earlier, gave us a nice strong push lower. Had a little divergence there. Probably could have taken ES short there. We did take ES short. I took ES short for like 4 points. Could have definitely held for a lot more. NQ trying to pull back. Probably look for something like this on NQ. 4-1, 5-1 risk to reward. If we go tap into it. Fair value gaps have not been playing out well so far today, guys, right? And want to take note of that. We want to know what is working in the market, what isn't working in the market. Got to remember, too, we look at the daily and we look at the weekly. Super bearish. We had divergence on the daily. That was pretty nice. Coming into that fair value gap on NASDAQ. So we're going to see how we react to it. Obviously, we're going to wait to enter. We're not just going to jump right in. Crude oil, are you doing anything? Nope. Nope. All right, Nasdaq. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about it? We do have this 1 minute right here that we're holding, but I'd much rather go for that inverse fair value gap entry, like right there. Nvidia sort of weak, weighted index sort of weak. There we go. Considering longs here. We'll wait. Oh man, why didn't anybody tell me that cats like to play till 2 in the morning when you first get them? A lot of sweeps coming into Nasdaq. I want to keep an eye on this Nasdaq 87 area. So if we get into there, I'm going to use heat map to see if we have any absorption, if we have any sweeps, and that's going to be my sign to take it long. If we could tick into it and fail to keep pushing lower, there's some absorption right there. So that sort of makes me want to go long. Nope, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna put it out there, guys. We're gonna let's see. Tight stop. We're in longs Nasdaq. Nice. Nice. Beautiful so far. Quick reaction. Quick reaction. Ooh, I don't know. We're gonna see. 5-to-1 risk to reward on this real tight stop loss. It might dump though. We're gonna wait. Let the 1 minute play out. Nvidia's weak, Apple's weak. Nope, I'm not liking it. We're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait though. Ooh. I'm still holding longs. It's near my stop though. Yeah, alright. Stop that right there. Another small loss. So paper cuts today, guys. Paper cuts. But again, have to take note on what's working, what's not working. Fair value gaps ain't working for shit so far this week. And we gotta take note of that. Say, okay. Fair value gaps ain't working. I gotta stop looking for them. I gotta stop caring about them. What was working today? Well, buy side liquidity. Liquidity was working. SMT divergence near that liquidity has been working. Okay, so we see what is working. We stay patient. This area of interest worked as a consolidation point a few times. I would maybe consider going long one more time on the Nasdaq, depending on how this 1 minute closes. Look for something like that. But again, I really wanted us to sweep these lows over here. Weighted index looks weak. I want to see good selling pressure on the heat map. Apple selling off. Nvidia's weak. 5 minute looks like... I don't know. We'll wait. We got 3.5 minutes on the 5 minute. It could drop. It could pop. Just got to stay patient right there. What time is it? 10:50. Oh, boo. I was hoping to have one good trade in today. I hate when that happens, guys. Market does not care what you want. Does not care at all. Yeah, we might dump here. Let's see. Apple selling off. Nvidia's pretty weak. Weighted index back below VWAP. I know I said we're not looking for fair value gaps, but on a dump like that, we might. We'll see how it reacts. 30 seconds on the 5-minute. I want to see absorption. I want to see something on the heat map telling me that we are rejecting this zone. 20 seconds left. Sellers are holding this zone right here. Sellers are holding this level. Apple's weak. Meta's weak. Nvidia is trying to hold right now. Some absorption coming into the market right there. Lately, we've been seeing absorption and then continuation after the absorption, so I'm going to be patient on that. Apple's struggling to push lower. Oh, I like that right there. We'll try a short, real tight stop loss one more time on the NASDAQ. Stop loss is right here, guys. We're short right up in here. This is what we're looking at. Want to go take out those lows. Really want to go take out those lows. Apple's selling off pretty strong right now. Come on, Nvidia. Get that weakness, Nvidia. Quit messing around with us. There we go. Give us one nice move. One nice move, NASDAQ. And we'll be done for the day. We'll sing hallelujah. And we'll be done for the day. And if not, that's alright. Got a tight stop on it. Staying patient. We're holding up this trend line right here. This trend line liquidity is what I wanted us to take out. Instead, we're holding it. I want a strong impulse move that just takes us out in 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes.
All right, NQ sell wall around 960. We've tapped it once, twice.
Not a fan of us
off of it, probably getting ready to plow through it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of us holding right here, though. You said a sell wall above us? Where do we got?
The sell wall, I may have misspoke. The sell wall is up at 979. The buy wall is at 58.
Gotcha.
We've bounced off that buy wall twice.
Okay, guys, we really need sellers to step in here. Sweep this trend line right here and just give us a quick dump. It should give us a quick move. Where's our volume? There we go. I don't know why volume wasn't on.
Yeah, I think we're going south very possibly here because we just took out some fair value gaps on the north side.
Oh, I don't like how we're holding there. Look at the 1 minute trying to hold, though. Do have to be very careful. Buyers might want to stick us up. Yep. I'm going to wait and see.
Well, if we look back left on the chart, we see there's a pattern consolidation area from about 980 high to about 960 low. So we're just chopping in that exact same range.
Nice. I'm moving my stop up a little bit, give it some more room to breathe. Let's see. It almost stopped me out. If I didn't move my stop, it would have just stopped me out and then reversed back down. That would have stunk.
Okay. The middle of your target down area of the next consolidation area is going to be around 940 ish, and then VWAP is down at 927, and then you've got a pivot point down at 905. So
These are the
I think
levels I
you got
want to take out. Yeah.
I think you've got a good run ahead of you.
I better, or I'm marching right down to the New York Stock Exchange and I'm giving them a piece of my mind. I'm giving them a piece of Bullish Bears. And Alright, Nvidia looks pretty weak. Weighted index looks like it's ready to dump. Yes, with some strength right there, though. I hate that. The fact that we didn't start to sell off already is like a major red flag to me.
All right,
Moving my stop loss.
Big bubbles, big green bubbles, big green bubbles.
Big green bubbles.
Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles.
Yeah, it's probably going to stop me out here. Let's see.
You sound like my 3-year-old. Look, Daddy, green bubbles, big bubbles, bubbles.
It's a big red bubble. Hit the cell, Dad. Hit the cell.
Look, Daddy, it's red, red, red.
All right. We got some counter red bubbles coming in.
I like it.
Yeah,
I want to see
definitely a
buyers
top
trap. But that's some, I don't know. I want to see these buyers get trapped. That's why I really want to push lower here.
Well, watch the clock. We're coming up on 11 o'clock, so.
Yeah.
There's no major news or anything.
The 30 looks like it should have been bullish, but it closes in 1 minute, and I don't think it's going to close bullish. The 45 looks nice and bearish. The hourly looks like it could be bullish.
Buy wall 35 contract.
We're about to break. We're about to break this
There we
960
go.
big time.
Come on now. Come on now.
Come on.
Come on. Come on, buy my cat Diego a new cat tree. Let's go, market. Let's go. Beautiful. Beautiful. I might get out there. I don't know if I trust this to the downside, but I held long enough. Let's see.
You stuck a toe into that previous consolidation area.
Nah, I like that weighted index. Looks weak.
A little pullback.
Nope, we're pulling back. I don't know if I trust these longs, guys. We're going to let this 1 minute close. When does the 5 minute close? Oh, this 5 minute closes now, too. Oh, gross. Let's see.
VPOC just moved down to 964. So that's bearish that the VPOC is moving down.
I might, yeah, okay, alright. I don't know, I was gonna say I might get out of these shorts right here. It's just been too choppy, guys.
Looks like we're making a 1 minute cup and handle over there. Look at that.
Cup and handle. Get
Looking
out
for
of
1 minute.
here.
I like tankards myself.
Apple's dumping. Weighted index is weak right now. It's the only thing holding me in these shorts, except that Nvidia's trying to hold VWAP, which is, of course, bullish.
All right, VPOC up at 965, heavy magnet.
I'll probably get out on the next dump, guys. I'm not a
Sell
fan of
wall
this.
coming in
It's 11
at
o'clock.
965.
11 o'clock reversal, question mark? Looks like
Big
it.
green bubble. Big green bubble.
Big green bubbles. But last time we had green bubbles, they got trapped in the market. So I want to see the same thing.
Big green bubbles.
I want to see the same
Alright.
thing.
Buzz being all over this VPOC.
Damn, yo, this market is something. Come on, just
It's
drop.
choppy today.
Just
Freaking
drop.
chop all over today.
I know, because Friday was just so nice. It had to chop today. Gotta remember that. A lot of times after a really good day, they'll give us chop and trash.
Alright, there it goes. There it goes, going down.
Okay, Nvidia week, I like it. Come on, weighted index. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Trap those buyers.
Big red
Yeah.
bubbles. All right. They're moving the buy wall down. Buy wall is scattered.
I don't like how the sellers are struggling to keep us lower. There we go. Give us something, man.
944 is a target.
No.
Resting
We're
orders
keep
at
struggling.
944.
We keep
Yeah.
struggling. It's no good.
Yeah. Watch out for a breakout here. I'm about to go get some food.
Oh no.
There you go. Oh. Market alert.
Market alert, I'm hungry. Weighted index is weak. Alright, let's see. That should help give
They
us the
got
dump.
those, what's it called? The McDonald's,
The 5 for 5s?
steak and egg breakfast thing. And they stopped serving in 30 minutes here, so
Oh,
I gotta
hurry
go
up.
get me one because
Hurry
I'm
up.
craving that.
That's funny. Alright, yo, this thing is just keep failing and failing. I don't know. I'm not a fan of these shorts at all.
Back to VPOC.
The weighted index is just so weak, it should really be dumping at this point. But ES is strong, NASDAQ is trying to stay strong. Ugh, gross. Come on now.
Big green bubble.
Big green bubbles. I want to see a quick move lower. Trap those big green bubbles. Nope.
All right,
Oh,
liquidity
come on
grab.
now. Just staying
Okay.
patient right here.
Yeah, that was a liquidity grab.
You better hope so. Crude oil's pumping right now. Wonder if Kevin's still in here, if you're still long, Kevin. I might get out of NASDAQ, guys. It's just chopping around. Bears are failing to hold us lower.
It's going north. I think so. Is
Yeah.
projected VPOC to the north. Upside target 980, which is prior day high.
Yep. Yep. Let's see. Yep. Oh, man. Ah, boo. Boo. Alright, guys, I'm wrapping it up there. I do have to get going. Have a great day, everybody. Take care. Be well. Happy trading. Sorry today was a dud. And I'll see you guys later.
Be good, or at least be good at it.
We'll be good at it next time. Today was crap, guys. Crap. But we managed to keep our losses super small, and that's all that matters. Take care.